Usually when we're kids, we're stuck to watching a lot of cartoons. For me, Looney Tunes, Betty Boop, Felix the Cat, the Pink Panther, the Jetsons, Flintstones, a lot of those old school crazy cartoons. Tom and Jerry, Josie and the Pussycats. You know, cartoons like that is something that I've always liked and grown up with. But then again, there are so many out there. But the question is that what happens if you do a cross brand where you mix cartoons with real life scenarios? Not only that though, but also a murder mystery, and you got yourself a detective where he is questioning a bunch of different mischief going on. Conspiracy, patty cake, booby traps, laughing till you die. All those fucking fourth wall breaking jokes. It's incredible. But the real question is, and this leads me to a movie that I've absolutely adored that brings all the things that I honestly thought as a kid was a kid's film, until I realized that this is much more of an adult film than you actually look, but especially when you watch it closely and listen to the dialogue. The real question is, who framed Roger Rabbit? This movie is so fucking amazing. It is the definition of genius work. This is a movie where my type of sense of humor that I have, where I'm a fucking smart ass, I'm slick, the puns, breaking the fourth wall, all that shit that was an inspiration for the type of humor that I have, not only as a young kid, but also as an adult, as who I am right now, as a grown fucking man. My humor never changed. It's evolved as time progressed. I was always slick. I was always witty. Hell, laying in the fucking bathtub, my thumb up, just being like, yeah. But the thing is that when I watched cartoons, I've always loved the slapstick, the vaudeville, the fucking just physical humor that cartoons would bring. It's the personalities, the fucking gags, the running jokes that would just continuously go on whenever you watch a fucking toon. Now, I've watched so many fucking cartoons over the years, but the definition of fucking toons for me is like, it's amazing like how many fucking toons there are that not only did I absolutely love watching, but there's a whole entire dedication of toons, MeTV Toons, where it's literally playing toons from all those fucking years ago that you just absolutely love. And the thing is that all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons out there are just, there's a whole entire world of different cartoons in the Hanna-Barbera world where, like, you can literally name, like, Yogi Bear, the Flintstones, Scooby-Doo, the Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, Felix the Cat, the Rough and Ready Show, fucking Popeye. The cartoons just are endless. Like, they are just endless. The Jetsons, fucking Top Cat. The Pink Panther, the list goes on. Fucking Johnny Quest. The list literally just goes on and on and on. God damn. Snugglepuss. Like, there are so many fucking cartoons out there. But then again, you also have Roger Rabbit and Jessica Rabbit. Now, in terms of a lucky goofball to be not only in love with such a beautiful ass looking honey like Jessica Rabbit, because like she said in the fucking movie, she's not bad, she's just drawn that way. Get it? She was literally drawn that way to look the way she does. Clever fucking lines like that. I mean, this whole movie has such amazing fucking funny ass dialogue. The clever things that were written where it's poking fun at cartoons, poking fun at themselves, poking at situations. Like, it's all gags throughout the entire film. And it's great. Like, it is so fucking genius. Like, okay, so Eddie Valiant, this guy is a private investigator, and he is hired by R.K. Maroon to look into an adultery scandal surrounding Jessica Rabbit because she is being accused of playing patty cake Now, the whole running gag with the patty cake scene is that usually in reality is that when you think of patty cake, you're obviously, doing the deed. But in this case, she was literally playing fucking patty cake. And the way that they were able to turn a simple children's game into a fucking adultery scandal like that is fucking clever writing. That is clever. Taking a simple fucking game and turning it into an actual adultery scandal where the way that everybody was just talking and right now Roger Rabbit himself was all upset at the fact that his love of his life, Jessica Rabbit, was playing patty cake with another man, and the fact that there were photographs of them literally playing the fucking game, and how he was heartbroken that he was, being cheated on because the fact that she was playing fucking patty cake with him. It is the whole scandal itself. But there's much more to it than just adultery going on. Roger Rabbit, he's also being accused of a crime he didn't commit, which was murdering the owner of Toontown, which is something that Roger Rabbit is being wrongfully accused of. But there is a lot more to it as I continue on. Now, there's Judge Doom, played by Christopher Lloyd. Now, Judge Doom, he wants to destroy Toontown and build himself a highway system. Because the thing is that he thinks that Toons should be outlawed and banned from not only entering the world, but also Toontown from even existing. The whole entire animation when Eddie Valiant entered Toontown itself is great. How he was able to literally just run into fucking all the different Toons like Tweety Bird, Sylvester the Cat, a fucking lady imposed as Jessica Rabbit, or that wasn't even the case. He had a fucking gun where it had different bullets, where one song, one was a cowboy, one was a fucking chief. Like, all the bullets had a fucking just gag of their own. Then there was the car that was always yelling, the taxi cab. Now, the thing is that Judge Doom had dip. He showed an example of what the dip can do. It's his own personal solution. Very toxic, radioactive stuff. But the story itself, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Obviously, seeing all the fucking Toons being animated into the original form, brought into the reality, and just blending it all together is great stuff. Seeing a lot of the characters that we've seen all those years, seeing all those characters that we've known from so many years, just brought into this movie, superb. Seeing some new faces as well, some old faces. The whole movie itself, the whole film is a fucking Easter egg. It's literally breaking the fourth wall. Which, literally, the film did, was breaking the fourth wall. A lot of the funny sequences with the fucking baby and his stogie slapping the lady's ass. Or the fucking weasels. Literally, acting like weasels, laughing to their death. Not allowed to laugh because they'll laugh themselves to death. Fucking Jessica Rabbit, nice booby trap. Fucking goddamn bear trap poached right down in her piggy bank. Good God, the movie itself, it's humor like this. It's the humor like this that I absolutely love. I like films like this that will make me laugh. Make me fucking just cry in tears, fucking laughing. Seeing Toons just being brought into a real life form where you got a mixture of the old school cartoons and a blend of adult comedy just putting together. We got running gags, you got that slapstick humor, you have fucking bits just going on. I've already said the story itself where you're taking adult crime and turning it into a gag. Again, brilliant writing. Eddie Valiant himself, the character, is a fucking, he's cranky, he's stubborn, but then again, his brother was murdered by a man with the man with the red and yellow eyes. The fact that a piano was dropped on him, something you would see in a fucking Toon, but in reality, it wasn't the case. It was no Toon because the guy was crushed by a piano, and he vowed that he would get revenge on the man with the red and yellow eyes and the high-pitched voice. Obviously, Eddie Valiant ended up forming a friendship with Roger Rabbit, which took a little time for Valiant to get used to. But he was able to learn to put up with fucking Roger Rabbit and his bullshit. And he even questioned Jessica Rabbit herself. What is it that you find appealing about this guy? And it's the same thing that, well, anybody would find appealing about me. He makes me laugh, which is something that I humbly do. But then again, enough about me. Roger Rabbit, he's goofy, he's silly, but he knows how to give himself a nice looking dame. So kudos for Roger Rabbit on that part. I give him a fair, formal handshake. Unless he's going to give me the fucking electronic buzzer when shaking my hand. Or a chance at the drink, which is something that you should never do or else he'll go ape shit. But then again, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? The movie itself. Brilliant story. Gags. Fucking slapstick humor. Personalities that are just funny and you can get behind. You got yourself the good guy, the bad guy. You got yourself the whole world of Toons being brought into reality. You got everything. Like, the movie itself is a tribute to what Toons were all about within the Hanna-Barbera style. That, for me personally, that I've always loved, and seeing it into a movie like this was something that was not only down my field of humor, but also cartoons that I absolutely adore and love watching. Obviously, I don't need to say anything about a perfect 5-star for this goddamn film. It is truly genius. For anybody like me, especially around, around the time that I've been around with being around Toons, I mean, anybody can relate to this type of humor. So, folks, that's my little talk on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. As for right now, I think I'm going to watch me a couple Toons myself.